I'm really enjoying Sunny Boy and Kage Shoujo. I bring it up every week, but I mean these shows are amazing. I really hope you guys end up watching them. I'm having like I have like this internal battle with myself right now of deciding which show is better because like Sunny Boy did some really crazy stuff this week. Like it blew my mind. It almost felt like the show was gonna end almost, and then
Mm.
this giant twist happens. Like you think you're starting to kind of get or kind of figure out what's happening with the show, and then it takes a left turn, and now it's almost like you're back at square one. It did something insane this past episode. I'm just and it floored me like crazy. I was like, wow, where is it gonna go from here after they done that? You know,
Ooh,
like
okay.
it blew my mind. Kage Shoujo, Hector, man, Hector, you need to watch it, man. It's really good. This last episode, it was more a because right now where they're in the story, they're in like summer break, like the girls or whatever, and it follows one of the main girls as she like goes home and stuff like that, and she kind of has like this like a summer love type of thing.
Ooh, okay.
It was very sweet and it was very heartbreaking at the same time. It was it was
Heartbreaking.
it was bittersweet.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I kind of feel you though. I mean, obviously, like with Remake Our Life, they finally uploaded an actual episode. Like I don't know if you guys remember last time, but I said that they put like a recap episode.
Yeah.
They put an episode and it was not as like it was still really good, but it was not like like it was not the episode that I was looking forward to post recap. So again, another
Mm,
bittersweet moment for me too, where it's just like, hey, good, not great.
yeah. It was yeah. Like if for me, both episodes were great between both shows. But if I had to give it one, like let's say if I had to pick a winner this week, I would definitely give it to Sunny Boy just because of how insane that story's getting and like how unpredictable it is. So you just can't guess what's gonna happen next.
All
And then
right,
the giant reveal that happened this past episode that literally shakes the foundation of everything that we know. It's like I don't even know where it's gonna go. Kage Shoujo is still a great story being told. You know, you love these characters and everything like that, but like I feel like it takes a little bit of a backseat compared to what Sunny Boy's doing this week, just because it is like a summer love episode, um, which was great. It was a great story, and like again, like I was tearing up towards the end. Um, but like I don't know what Sunny Boy this week, it really got to me. I was like, damn, that's like I just don't even know what to do with that show. Like it's amazing. Just it's a really great show.
I was gonna say, I am officially probably after this pod, or for sure tomorrow while I'm at work, I will be watching Sunny Boy. I will be hopping in
Telling
officially
you,
to Sunny Boy.
I'm telling you, bro. Like once you get to the man, it's crazy. I don't want to. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to spoil it for you. But like, man, I hope you get caught up soon enough so we can talk about it because, like, dude, man,
I can
it's
say I
really
can
good.
guarantee if it hooks me in like first two episodes, I'm gonna like speed run through it to like get caught up.
Yeah,
So
because yeah, it's really good, man. I'm really enjoying these two shows. All the other shows I'm watching, I'm also enjoying them. Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, all the other stuff. But these two shows are really like my highlight week. Other than I really don't count My Hero and Tokyo Avengers because that's like continuation type stuff.
yeah,
For
I
the,
feel that.
I mean specifically for this season, these two shows are my highlight.
As in like
And
new IPs or whatever it's
new
called, right?
right exactly for like new shows that are starting this season. These are my two like main shows. And again, I can't really decide which one's better than the other. Like one week, one's better than the other week. Like they're fighting like neck to neck on what's a better
Okay.
show right now for me. But yeah.
Honestly, that's how I feel with My Hero and Tokyo Revengers. Like how they're competing with one another. That's how I feel with those two shows.
hmm For me, I like My Hero more. In the end of the day, Tokyo like you guys already know the problems I have with Tokyo Revengers. So like,
Oh my gosh, just build a bridge and get over it, Rafa.
no, I can't because I'm gonna keep staring at it once I'm on the other side of the bridge, and it's gonna haunt me. So yeah, I mean, My Hero still. I like. Well, I know we're gonna get into it, but like, I really enjoyed this episode of My Hero. By the way.
Oh yeah, man. You guys ever seen that meme of that cat with the overalls just looking outside, or like just looking in a direction, standing up straight?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
you on the opposite side of the bridge.
yeah. I can't let it go. I
Well,
can't.
and I was gonna say, as you guys are like watching stuff that are like new this season, I just started watching Boruto.
All right.
I need to know how your first impressions are.
So I know I have a long anime list, and for whatever I don't know, we've talked about it a few times on the pod. Hector, like you said, like Boruto was like getting really good, like where it's at right now. And I told myself like I can't get into another long series, but I had the time, like during my lunch breaks, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna jump into it. Let's just see how it goes. And I'm probably like 7 episodes in the first season of Boruto. And I love it. I'm crying already. Like nothing big is happening yet, but when I see like Shino and you see Naruto all grown up, when you see all these characters grown, like they're grown and now they have their own kids, you just like you feel it, you know? Um but I'm enjoying it. Hector, I know we were talking a little bit, like I think Boruto is like so much more powerful than his dad for this age. Like he just started going to the academy and stuff, and he's a genius. He's like super smart. He knows how to like kind of manifest his chakra already. Like he has more control of his abilities, whereas like Naruto when he was first starting out, like he had a rough time. He was super powerful too, but um yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of excited to keep watching. Like I just want to see how the story unfolds. And like literally episode to episode, I'm literally just figuring out like who's like what kid's parents. Like I'm like, okay, this person looks like this person, so this is this person's child. Like that's all I'm doing throughout these episodes is like figuring out who their parents are.
Yeah,
They
which
eventually
cool.
tell you, right? They eventually tell
They
you who they are.
they do tell you, and you can just like literally some of the kids are like spitting images of their parents. But like
Mm.
okay, I'm not sure who the mother of this child is. Like, who is this? I'm like, oh, okay. Um, it's fun. I don't know. Like, I just had to do it. Like, it's cool. Like, I mean, like, I'm thinking Sakura and Sasuke, their daughter, looks just like Sakura, but like her hair's black, like her dad. So like stuff like that. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Um, but no, I'm enjoying it. It's pretty good. So
I F
We'll
with
see
it
if I
heavy.
continue. Yeah.
Yeah, especially the manga that I really like a lot. I think right now is a fantabulous time for manga for a lot of people, a lot of like readers and stuff. So I'm super excited
Hmm.
about that. But I mean, overall, like, yeah, it's just really good. I like Boruto a lot. I'm actually very, very, very happy with how things are going, and just seeing a lot of stuff animated. Ooh wee, is it good, man? But with that being said, guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Bento Boxcast, and this is episode 19, I believe. Let me just double
I hope.
check. You said I hope? I know, right? I just
Yeah.
blurred out a random number. Okay, yeah, it is. Episode 19 of the Bento Boxcast, guys. Wow, we are 19 episodes deep into this season of the Bento Boxcast, the most animeist podcast of all the internet. We're here coming at you on all audio platforms associated with Anchor.com, and we got you covered on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts because we will be re-uploading on there, guys, just for those that have been, wanting and clamoring for it. We promise. But we also are found on the Geekchart 3000 network channel. Check them out on youtube.com/Geekchart3000, and there you'll be able to find all of our Bento Boxcast audio versions as well, starting at episode 17, 18, and now we are on 19. In every episode, you, the viewer, has a chance to suggest some talking points, to give us some topics, and to have us discuss whatever you want us to discuss anime-wise. And the only way that you can have that happen is by tweeting at us at the Bento Boxcast or at our personal Twitters. You could also join our Discord and the Geek Jar Discord to discuss anything anime. So feel free to look at the description down below and join the community and get involved. Whew. guys, it's been a crazy week for anime. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm very very happy about it.
Mm-hmm. Why you say that, Hector?
Oh, thank you, Rafa. Thank you for lobbying it up for me.
Yeah.
Well, kind of to like briefly touch on some stuff. The cool part about anime this week is that a lot of stuff has been coming out where it's big moments in anime, or it's something along the lines of, hey, guess what? A bonus chapter of Bleach after God knows how many years. I'm pretty sure it's been a decade since the last chapter came out of Bleach released, and did they nail it? They had an incredible chapter. Tons of fans, went crazy about it. They loved it, and I mean, I personally read it, loved it. It was absolutely phenomenal. Very, very happy about it. And it seems like they're setting up a new arc and a new story, potentially with new characters that we're going to be focusing on. Not just Ichigo, not just Rukia, not just the normal cast that we're so used to from Bleach. However, kind of in the same vein as Boruto, where they are still there, they are still part of the story. So yeah, I'm very, very excited to be kind of. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's definitely gonna be centered around two children. I won't say who their parents are, but it should be pretty interesting. Yeah, Bleach has been really, really getting incredible. This recent chapter, as of the day that we're recording of One Piece, set up some huge milestones and is setting up some crazy stuff to come out in the future. Kind of like inching us a little bit more towards the end of One Piece, which it's still quite far away, but we're finally seeing signs of the end, and actually seeing signs of the end, which is crazy. And I mean, yeah, there's like a bunch of other stuff that I'm sure we're super excited to discuss when we get to the news segment, Rafa. So go right ahead.
All right. Let's see. Hopefully this is not too loud. You ready, Hector?
All set, brother.
All right. Live from the Bento Box newsroom, this is the Bento Box Weekly News Update. Good evening, everyone, and happy Sunday. I'm Rafa, and welcome to the 8:58 p.m. edition of the Bento Box Weekly News Update. Taking a look at our top stories this hour. Are you haunted by a ghost? The next 10 figures will let you know why.
God.
And also, is there a little boy ghost in your house? We have made them to come and let you know about more of that information. I fucked that lineup. Great. Nice. But first, we have our out in the field anime news correspondents, Hector, Renee, and of course myself, with the latest anime news this week. Take it away. Us. You guys, me and you. You guys, me and you. There you go. I was trying to say for the thing. I kind of.
My fucking favorite is when you say, "Take it away, us."
Yeah.
Also, what?
It's a little little Easter egg.
I like that. Like, because this comes out on Tuesday,
they have no idea.
They have no idea what's going.
They have no idea what I'm talking about. They have no idea what that means. But if the beautiful listeners listen to the other podcasts on this channel, they'll get what I'm talking about.
Just pay attention, guys. Just remember keyword ghosts. But yeah, I mean, it's time to dive in. So whoever's first, take the lead.
All right, guys, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Just kidding. All right,
Like
so
that.
Love that. Okay.
This article that I came across, it's from Annie Radio Plus. And this is for all of you Attack on Titan fans. A few days ago, we actually got some news, some exciting news that we've all been waiting for, just because we knew that Attack on Titan, the final season, was going to continue. We just didn't know when. But it's been official. They officially said that the final season, part 2, will begin broadcasting in January of 2022. So this year's almost over, guys. It's not too far out. Just we have several more months, but we'll get there. So the production committee of Hajime Isayama's Attack on Titan TV anime series has revealed on Sunday that yes, the second part of the fourth and final season of the series is scheduled to begin broadcasting in January. And the series continues with episode 76 under the title Condemnation. I can't pronounce words. Yes. And they also announced that before episode 76, they're gonna have like a special omnibus. Omnibus. Am I saying that right, guys? Do you know what that is? Is
Anime?
that like a
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
think it's omnibus, right?
yeah? Like, is it just like a special? I'm assuming it's like a special one-off episode or something, maybe, or along those lines. I'm assuming because it says a special. Yeah, omnibus will be aired as an original animation, which is a look back and is talked about from the perspectives of Levi, Annie, Mikasa, and others. So it seems like we are getting that before the next episode, episode 76, that will premiere in January of next year. And yeah, so as I said, I was actually talking to a few of my friends. A lot of people thought that we were going to get part 2 sometime in October of this year, during the fall season, but it's actually going to be in the beginning of the winter season. So like I said, we just have to hang on tight a little bit longer. But it is coming, and I cannot wait because I'm such a huge fan of Attack on Titan, and the season 4 is the final season, so things are getting crazy and they're only going to keep getting crazier. Rafa, you have some catching up to do. I I know
I
you have a lot
definitely
you have a lot on your list, but I still think that this is, for me, this is probably one of my top tier shows. It's definitely worth the watch, and like I said, it's only going to keep getting better and better. So I am super stoked for part 2 of Attack on Titan. So
Oh,
yeah.
I am so excited for this. I remember when we first put it like in the chat that when we saw this, I was like, dude, I need to go back and read the last chapter. And I read the last chapter, and I am even more excited for the season finale part 2. Yeah, I don't know. I just can't wait to see like everything animated. It literally just goes everywhere this upcoming season finale, and I mean, yeah, I know it was kind of like a little faster paced, obviously in the anime, but I'm super happy that they split it up into 2 parts. I'm super happy that we get to jump into the second part this early as winter of next season of
Mhm.
2022, which like is already, like I said, super early, way earlier than I expected it to be honest. And
Oh, really?
yeah, I mean, I don't know, I definitely expected it to come out like maybe summer or fall of next year. I don't know why. Something told me, like something in my head was like it's not gonna
Mhm.
come out till like anytime soon. But I mean, I'm super for it. Didn't the first part come out in spring of this year, like earlier this year?
Yeah, it
Yeah, so
did.
like to see it
didn't.
come out, or probably winter of this year, not spring. But regardless, it was earlier this year, and to see it come out literally just a year later, it's kind of crazy. Um, or at least a year later is fine, but as soon as it is, regardless, it's still super cool, and I'm very excited for it. And yeah, I mean, Rafa has a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you gotta watch it.
Definitely.
One thing I did notice was that for the final season part 2, the teaser poster, like there's, if you guys haven't seen it, it's like there's this like tree, like that's this tree in the background. I think it's a tree, it looks like one. And you have Aaron and this like little girl who you can't really see, but you kind of see like just her figure. I was rewatching season 4 part 1, and spoiler alerts, I hope I can talk about it just briefly. I'm not going to go in too much detail. Um, Zeke, and I'm not going to explain who because Ralph, you have to watch. Zeke has a memory, or like he has like some sort of flashback, and this girl that you see on the teaser poster is in this memory of his, in this flashback of his. That's one thing that I've noticed that I couldn't make the connection before when I first saw this poster, and then when I saw that episode, I'm like, oh, like obviously this is part of Zeke's like, I don't know, memory or something. Just as a thing that I noticed. That was it. I still don't know what it means, but
Okay. I see you
some
picking
sort
up.
of.
Go ahead, detective. I see you.
I'm trying. Attack on Titan is one of those shows where like it's so easy to miss things. So I highly recommend like going back and watching these episodes because more than likely you did miss something the first time. I'm always missing things the first time, so I probably watched Attack on Titan like maybe 2 or 3 times, and I still know like I'm missing things, but there's a lot of like little things that you don't think matter in the story, but they do play a factor the more you watch. So there you go.
I mean, I like it. I like that there's like subtle stuff that, like you said, you can miss. So like you really have to pay attention. Or one of my favorite things to do is like when a show is like super like detailed, and you go back and rewatch it from the beginning, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my god, they were hinting at this in season 4,
Yeah.
literally in season 1. Like crazy stuff like that is super dope. But yeah, I mean, super excited. Regardless.
Me too.
It's my turn, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Take it
cool.
away, Rafa.
Yes. So, the reason we're talking about this next article here, the article itself says Japanese box office, Bell climbs up to second place, beating My Hero Academia's third film. Two reasons why I brought up this article to you guys is because one, we're all fans of My Hero Academia. And also, I actually saw the trailer for this movie called Bell, which I had no idea it existed, and it looks amazing. I want to watch this movie after watching this trailer, and I thought just a nice little piece of information, just seeing what's happening over there in the Japanese box office. Kind of seeing that people are kind of, uh, I don't want to say, it looks like they're kind of getting their fill in of My Hero and starting to kind of move on and watch other films, I guess you could say. So, just to give you a quick synopsis of what this movie Bell is about, I have it right here. It is Suzu is a 17-year-old high school student living in a rural village with her father. For years, she's only been a shadow of herself. One day, she enters U, like the letter U, a virtual world of 5 billion members on the internet. There, she's not Suzu anymore, but Belle, a world famous singer. She soon meets with a mysterious creature. Together, they embark on a journey of adventures, challenges,
Mm.
and love in their quest to become who they truly are. Belle tells a fantastic and yet beautiful and contemporary, almost fucked that one up, thematic story of one girl's growth in the age of social media. Um, when
Mm.
I saw this trailer for this movie, it blew me away. It looks beautiful. It looks amazing, just what they're doing visually. So I was like really interested. Like I saw this trailer before I saw this article, right? I was like, man, what is this? And then I saw the article. I'm like, oh, I remember watching the trailer for this. And then they also come in just because they're like, hey, this movie just beat out My Hero Academia, the third film, right? So for me, that kind of gives it even more of a I would say like a check mark, like, hey, this is some really good stuff here, because it beat out My Hero, and we all love My Hero here. We might even be a little bit biased with My Hero. So for for the Japanese box office to say like, hey, this movie's is winning in the box office over My Hero, even though no, this is like the second week My Hero's been in theaters, right?
I think so. I was gonna ask, like, do they come out at the same time? Like roughly around the same
No,
time?
no. Let's see. So okay, yeah. So this is the other reason why this really caught my interest is because Bell, it's on his fifth week in theaters, and My Hero is on his second week.
Okay,
So
okay.
so
Okay,
what
so there's some time. Maybe,
so
they
like
but
so the thing that like really caught my interest with this is that My Hero came out was really strong in the first weekend, right? But then by the second week it dropped about 50%. Right? So like people came in, saw the movie, and
Mhm.
kind of said, "Okay, we're done watching this movie. Let's move on." But the thing that really caught my interest about these numbers here is that that Bell, it's on its fifth week, and it's almost like
Right.
it's
It's
still
still doing good.
right,
Mhm.
still chugging along, still pushing forward to the point that it even overcame My Hero Academia, which is better than its second week. Right? So It says here, Bell has kept a strong momentum even in its fifth weekend, earning 242 million yen, which is about 2.21 million US dollars on 169,000 admissions. So it literally like went up 100%. This is 104% from last week, or yeah, from last week. So I like pretty much what it sounds like a word of mouth, and like people recommend this movie is like what helping. It's what's helping this movie out a lot. Saying, "Oh man, I went to go see this movie called Bell. It was awesome. You should go check it out." That's what it seems to me. What's happening here, like that word of mouth of how good this movie is. It's what's keeping this movie alive and keeping it pushing along. And even though a powerhouse of a film like My Hero, which has mega hype. I mean, we've been talking about it nonstop here. We can't wait till My Hero, the third movie, comes out here so we can watch it. I'm pretty sure the excitement for that movie over there in Japan is even more crazier, right? How could this movie called Bell is hanging, even beating My Hero? That's what really caught me interested with this article. It says here, meanwhile, the second weekend gross of My Hero Academia, the third movie, is 221 million yen, so 2.2 dollars US dollars on 163,000 admissions. So that's what's doing right now, which they expected. Like I said, from where it was a week ago, it dropped 52%. Overall, the standings and in the weekend box office of last week, number one, by the way, guys. Try to guess what it is. Now, Bell is number 2. My Hero Academia is number 3. Guess what number 1 is right now? Just over on film and movies.
Oof.
I already read the list. Sorry.
Oh, you did? Okay,
No.
never mind. Hector, did you read
Hector has
the
to guess.
Your Name?
Why would Your Name be on the weekend box office?
I don't know what movies are out right now in Japan.
It's the same movies that are on most of this. Okay. Number 1 is Fast and the Furious 9.
That's
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
So last week the week before, it was pretty much Fast and Furious 9 is what's dominating the box office right now in Japan, apparently. Bell moved up the list. My Hero Academia went down. Tokyo Revengers, the live action movie, stays at number 5, by the way. And everything else is like other stuff that we haven't talked about at all. So that's what's going on right now in the box office over there in Japan. So, but the main reason I brought this article was because I'm really interested in this movie Bell. It's really cool to see that it's 5 weeks out and it's beating My Hero. So I take that as like a big endorsement type of thing. So I'm really gonna try to check out this movie and see how it goes, and hopefully it's as good as what people think. I mean, the according to the box office over there, people are loving it. So something I want to check out. That was kind of the whole point of me bringing this up.
Is Bell like a standalone movie, or is that like
Yes.
based off an anime? Okay.
It's his own thing.
Interesting.
It's his own. It's an original. Let me see. Let me just double check that. Yeah, it's an original movie. Not based off anything. It's an original movie.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually super cool. Sounds really interesting. I wonder if they're gonna bring it to the US. I kind of don't think it will.
I don't think so.
I think it's just gonna go to like straight to like a Crunchyroll or like a Funimation where you can just watch it there. Which I mean, I don't mind either. I'm super down for that. Yeah.
It definitely feels it definitely feels it's gonna get something like a Your Name type of release. I don't really expect it to be in theaters at all. But either way, I just want to watch the movie. I don't really care if it's in theaters or not, especially how things are going for us right now, where people are getting hella more sick now, and there's mandates being placed back again. So it's like, what's the point? What's the point of going to the theaters? So people are getting sick once again. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just stay home and watch anime at home, like I've been doing this past year. So I just want to be able to see it. Yeah, I really don't care where.
Really same.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that's it for me. So now is you, Hector.
It's a me, and me has something really cool to talk about. What am I, Yoda? Oh, I didn't even plan that. Sick. Guys, did you know? Just keep rocking with it. That Star Wars.
Cringe.
Okay, wow. Dude, Star Wars Visions trailer has fans begging for more. If you haven't heard or seen it yet, Star Wars is creating a very special kind of original series featuring stories from 7 visionary Japanese anime studios, and it will be streaming on September 22nd on the Disney Plus channel subscription service thing. And I'm super super excited. It's gonna be all in different anime art styles. Like they just said, it's gonna be in 7 different visionary Japanese anime studios, and like, dude, wow, do they look so so good. I'm super super excited for them, and it looks like they all kind of take like a shot at different themes and different kind of storylines and whatnot, which I'm super super down for. And the cool part is every single episode is animated differently. Like I said, there's 7 different studios, so they're all going to take their own stab and crack at how it's going to look visually. And oh my god, does every single one that they showed within the trailer look absolutely phenomenal. I've said this so many times, super excited for it. And The Mandalorian, The Bad Batch has been getting some great reviews. So really anything Star Wars right now is on the up and up.
Mhm.
And the fact that it's coming in September that quickly,
Yay!
I'm so excited.
No, I'm not a big fan of Star Wars. I've made
Wow.
that clear a lot of
Wow,
times.
wow, wow, wow.
Yeah. You know, not the biggest fan. I think it's kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say dumb.
Did you give it a shot? So like how far into Star Wars did you get? Did
I've
you
seen
like
all
watch?
I've seen all the movies.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Including like the newer ones?
yeah, and the newest one. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think the only one I haven't seen was Solo.
Yeah, you weren't missing much.
Yeah, so like
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just not the biggest fan. Like for me specifically, I'm not the biggest fan of like space, like science fiction tales. I think the only thing I'm really super into it's like um Cowboy Bebop. You know, other than that, like I don't care for Star Wars. I don't care for Star Trek. I really don't care for none of the other stuff. Guardians of the Galaxy is cool, but like that's not like non-anime stuff. Um, yeah, just I've never really been a big fan of Star Wars. It's just something that like everybody else was into, but like for me, it was just kind of like like it came and went almost. Like yeah, there's Star Wars. Yeah, I watched the movies, but I was never really into it. Just wasn't my thing. Um, but after watching this trailer, I'm for sure gonna check this out because this looks a lot of fun. I love the different styles that
Mhm.
they're being portrayed by different studios. I mean, some of the studios I can already tell. I can already tell which studios are already working on what, just by the visuals, just by the way they look. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure this is this studio working on this. I'm pretty sure this is this studio working on this. I love just from the trailer, the different takes of what's happening. You know, different stories from all over the universe, the Star Wars universe. So, I'm all aboard on this. You know, not again, not the biggest Star Wars fan, but when something as cool, as unique, and as different as this, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna bitch and moan. I'm definitely gonna check it out. I'm with this for sure, 100%.
Yeah, I'm super stoked too. I love the Star Wars franchise. I love all the movies. I mean even on Disney Plus, like The Mandalorian's a really great series, which I'm also looking forward to as well. And this is really cool to see. Like it, as you know, Hector and Rafa were saying, like there's these different styles. Like I feel like there's going to be something for everyone. So like the fact that there's like we do recognize some of these studios, but I just like that there's going to be something different. Like each one doesn't look the same. As I said, like there might be something for someone. Like maybe you don't have to be a Star Wars fan to like what we're gonna get in September. Like there might just be a series that I don't know the art style you might like, and you might end up being a fan. So maybe we'll get like just new people getting into the show who weren't a fan of the movies and such, and maybe they'll find something to love with these series that they're doing on Disney Plus. So I'm really excited. The trailer for it looks absolutely amazing. I like how they kind of just flow into each other, like all these you see all these different characters, but same, some characters you recognize, some you don't. And yeah, and this it just looks beautiful. So I'm super stoked.
So, actually, one of the cool things to kind of just elaborate a little more on like Star Wars Visions is that there are going to be 9 episodes in total, and there are, like I said, 7 studios that have crafted the installments of each episode. So, to name all 7, Kamikaze Doga Geno Studio, which is Twin Engine,
There
Studio
you go.
Colorido, which is also Twin Engine, Trigger,
I knew it.
Kinema Citrus, Science Saru, and Production IG Trigger and Science Saru each made 2 episodes. So
I knew
very-
Trigger. I knew for a fact Trigger was one of
when
them.
I saw Trigger, I was like, that looks very, very familiar.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm super, super excited, especially for the Trigger one. And honestly, Studio Colorido, I've seen their name before. I don't remember exactly
Me
what
too.
they've worked on, but
Studio Gino has worked on, if I remember correctly, Megalobox. That's the one I know I recognize them from. So
ooh, okay,
good
that's actually really cool.
studios. Yeah, good studios. Yeah.
I'm looking at oh, there it is. Studio Colorido worked on Pokemon Twilight Wings and PokeTunes. Very cool. Okay, I knew I'd seen that name before. I'm very, very excited for it. I mean, yeah, I can't wait. I genuinely can't wait. Twin Engine, which is the parent company, has worked on a ton of stuff. It's worked on Kaminari of the Iron Fortress, Dive, Kokuku, Moment by Moment.
Coco. Yes, the show that I told you about
Yes,
to watch.
good.
Karakuri
So good.
Circus,
Oh,
Dororo.
that's what it was. Yeah, Doro. Yeah. You know, I think I'm getting Megalobox confused with Coco. I think it was Meg Coco.
Oh, Vinland Saga, super sick. And wait, Renee, have we ever told you to watch Vinland Saga?
No.
No, we
You
brought
have
it up
not.
before, but we
You've
never
talked
told her
about it.
specifically to watch it. Yeah.
Damn, I might have to
Yeah.
switch up my pick this time. Anyways, yeah, I mean, Twin Engine, super cool studio. They also have Geno Studios underneath them, which is a subsidiary. They worked on the Golden Kamui OVA. They've worked on Genocidal Organ, and obviously they're working on Star Wars Visions. But yeah, super sick. Yeah, Kokuku. That's who Gino worked on. Rafa.
Yes, I was getting confused with Megalobox, different studio.
I mean, yeah, I'm very looking forward to this. I can't wait for it. Since September is going to be a sick year. I just realized it said September 22nd, and my birthday's the next day. So very cool, very cool. Early birthday gift. But yeah, that'll be it for the news segment. Rafa, go ahead, baby boy.
Thank you so much, Hector, Renee, and myself, for the anime news this week. And that's going to be it for us here tonight at the Bento Box Weekly News Update. Be safe, have a great night, everyone, and remember, if you're being bothered by a ghost, maybe you're just crazy. Good night. That's it. There you go.
Maybe you're just crazy.
Yeah, because again, you'll see why. You see, watch the other episodes. You know what I'm talking about.
Stick. What is this, like a multiverse, right?
Yeah.
But you know what's another thing I'm pretty crazy about? My Hero Academia. So
Wow.
moving forward, guys, we will be in spoiler territory. If you would like to continue listening to the pod, we appreciate it. Absolutely. Look at the description down below. There will be timestamps, and you can skip forward to Anime Swap. But moving forward, we will be talking about My Hero Academia episode 108 and Tokyo Avengers episode 20. So, you have been warned. Spoiler warning. I'm going to say it one more time. And we move. Rafa, would you like to give us a rundown of episode 108 of My Hero Academia?
Sure. So this episode specifically has been titled as My Villain Academia. So I guess it's starting off their tale, what they've been up to these past few episodes. On the contracts of what the hero's been up to. It opens up with the doctor, right? The evil doctor, scientist guy. And they're talking to the League of Villains. And the League of Villains is like, hey, bro, I need that power, homie. I need that power, dog. And then the scientist guy is like, hey, bro, I'm dedicated myself to All for One, right? That's his name? Yeah, All for One. So, like, if you want this power, you got to, like, prove yourself to me. and so I can be fully devoted to you because I'm fully devoted to him. And I know I know like he's considered like the predecessor. No, is it the predecessor or the successor? The
Yes.
successor to All for One. But like, I'm not just gonna follow you willy nilly. You need to prove yourself to me, and you need to prove yourself to this giant monster. I forgot the name of the guy, like Giga something, whatever the hell his name
It
is.
was Gigantomachia.
Yeah, him. So pretty much, it's almost like a prequel to what's going on to the latest thing we saw where what's his name? This guy, the guy with the hands.
Shigaraki.
Shigaraki. So like if you guys remember the previous episode, Shigaraki was on that table getting electrocuted, and he has like a giant pipe in his like into his gut. You know, he was getting like experiments on or whatever. Like this episode is before that, pretty much. It's kind of give you like a little prequel of what they were up to. So so they go off and they find Gigasaurus or whatever the hell this guy's name is again. They start fighting him, right? This giant ass dude, and apparently this giant dude, he is super loyal to All for One, and apparently he could like hold multiple quirks or something like that. Like that's how strong he is. Like he's just as a giant powerhouse of a monster. So like the what the doctor told him is like, hey, bro, you want this power, homie? You gotta stop this guy. You gotta make him loyal to you. If you make him your servant, then I'll be your servant, and then you'll get all the power that you need. So excuse me, I had a cough. So so they start fighting the giant monster dude. It's been and then like it's been like a month since they started trying to beat this guy up or whatever. The guy's not going down. The other villains are like taking turns, like kind of helping out. What's his name? Shigaraki.
Shigaraki.
Is it Shigaraki?
Shigaraki.
The
Are
lovely
we nailing it?
Shigaraki. Yeah, no, you
Whatever,
get
bro.
it. I think you guys
Whatever,
got
bro.
it. You guys are set.
You didn't say anything to confirm. So
I know. We're just like saying it over and over again. We're just gonna call it guy with the hands. I'm just gonna say that guy with the hands. So then also I kind of skipped a little ahead. They kind of give you the backstory of Shigaraki of like where he came from and how All for One came and like assisted him, and you kind of find out what the hands mean, which was like super dark and like damn, that's really fucked up. Like the hands are
there his family?
his
Like,
family and friends that he killed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so crazy.
So creepy.
Yeah. That's that, and yeah, it's really fucked up. Like I kind of feel bad for him, like that's like you're forever haunted by your own quirk and how you kind of ruined and killed your whole family with a power that you don't know how to control when you were a kid. So it's a really fucked up lore or whatever, like his background. But anyways, so while the League of Villains are trying to take out this giant dinosaur man, Dabi goes off and like he has his own plan. I forgot what his plan was, but he runs off. He's doing his own thing. And then the Meta Liberation Army, I think I said their name right.
Mhm.
They who did they kidnap? They kidnapped one of the like an associate or like a close friend to the League of Villains. I forget the guy's name, but it's the guy with the white hair. He's like their connect. Like he hooks up the League with like stuff they need or whatever. The Meta Liberation Army kidnaps that guy, and then they're like, "Hey, bro, you want your homie back? You got to come over here and fight us, or deal with all the heroes." Like so, they kind of get pushed in the corner, right? And they have like an hour to respond to the Meta Liberation Army. They have to go to like in the city because they're like in the woods or whatever, fighting this giant monster. So Shigaraki's like, all right, bro, we'll be there. And his plan pretty much is to lure the giant monster into the city. So then the monster kind of take the most of the brunt of the attack. Because the Liberation Army was saying like, hey man, I'm just letting you know right now, once you walk into the city, we're gonna have like thousands of guys ready to jump you. Like we're gonna fuck you up pretty much. We have like 1,000, more than 1,000 dudes ready to go. So like you guys are fucked either way. Like whatever you choose, you're fucked. That's kind of like what the Liberation Army was telling them. So Shiraki's like, I bet I'm just gonna have this guy chase me down because for whatever reason the monster guy is locked in on Shiraki. So Shiraki's gonna lure the big monster man to the city, and then pretty much everybody in the city is gonna be like, oh yo, we gotta stop this giant monster man from fucking up the whole city. So he's kind of like a counterplay, pretty much what he's doing. Like nobody's seen the Liberation Army has no idea this is coming, by the way. And that's kind of pretty much how the episode ends for the most part. Like I don't think I skipped anything. So like it's pretty much building up for them to go into the city and start attacking or whatever, trying to win their buddy back. So
Yeah, this episode was a wild one. I absolutely love the My Villain Academia arc.
yeah,
and I'm like super super excited to see. Man, I've been saying super. I need a bigger vocabulary. I am ecstatic about about this show.
Wow.
This last few episodes. Hey, I mean it works. All right.
You're right.
I'm just saying. What is wrong? Why am I being so cringe to you today, huh, Renee?
Nothing.
You're just
Continue.
gonna call me out for being cringe
Yeah,
earlier, and
I
then just gonna
didn't
hit me with
say-
a wow. All right, that's it. We're at war for this one. But, yeah, I mean, I was about to say excited again. Fuck it, whatever. The My Villain Academia arc is super dope. I need to stop saying super. God damn it! Now I'm trying to think about whatever words I say. Villain Academia, very very cool. I love Shigaraki. I love the development that he's going to be getting in the upcoming episodes. I love that we get to see a little bit more in depth of like how the villain or League of Villains, I think that's their name, League of Villains,
Yeah.
kind of like cooperate with one another. How Shigaraki, even though he is the main bad guy, he has this like this loyalty, this commitment to his friends and comrades within the League of Villains, where he's like, whatever I decide to do in the end, like I'll take in consideration your guys' wants and needs, which I, as like a ruler, a dictator, I would have never expected him to say, but he still says it anyways, and I love that Tomura was like, are you gonna destroy the things that I love, which right now are Stain and Ochako and Midoriya. So
Yeah.
he's like, look, man, I'll take into consideration whatever you care about.
Mhm.
Sadly, Midoriya's one of the main oppositions, and Ochako probably follows him. But I mean, yeah, I'm very very excited because it only goes uphill from here for the show. It is essentially gonna do the same thing as Jujutsu Kaisen, where it literally only goes up from this moment on, and yeah, I mean, I hope once the movie comes through that we can get it sometime soon, because
Mhm.
I think we only got that one teaser for the drugs at the end of that one episode, and then that's kind of it because it then came out in Japan. So I'm hoping we get it soon in the US. Yeah. I don't really know what they're gonna. I mean, I know what they're gonna do next season, but how they're gonna like build it up is gonna be kind of crazy. So I think we have like maybe 6 episodes left, including this one that we just watched. So, whoo-wee, it's gonna be a doozy.
It's gonna be really good. Like, this episode got to me where like I was like, oh shit, they're gonna get this big guy to go fight, like go into the city and like start fucking things up, and then like credits start rolling. I'm like, damn, like I'm already ready for the next episode. I wish I already had the next episode. Like I'm all about this. This is a really good episode. I really enjoyed it. I love seeing what what the villains are up to. You know, like it's the thing that would made it perfect. Like I would give this the best episode award of all time if they changed the opening to like the villains. I would have lost my shit if they did that.
Oh, I'm like, didn't they like incorporate more
They
villains
did.
in the intro?
They did put a little bit more, a few more cuts in there, like more, like
Mhm.
scenes in them, and they did change the logo to My Villain
Mhm.
Academia. But like, let's say they made a whole new
I
opening.
knew it. Yeah.
I would. Oh my goodness, I would have been hooping and hollering. I would have gave them the best award, the
That's what I
best
was
anime
hoping for
award.
too, man. But I only saw that they only
Yeah,
changed like the instead of My Hero Academia, said My Villain Academia, and I was like, that's really cool.
yeah.
And then
It's cool, but like
it wasn't enough.
again, yeah, and like Renee said, there was a few more shots of the villains in the
Mhm.
opening itself, but I wish
Not
they did
enough.
more. Yeah. By the way, I'm starting to kind of come around with the opening. I don't think it's as bad.
Same. Me too,
Yeah,
Rafa.
yeah,
You just have to listen to it a few times, and then it just kind
yeah,
of like you just get used to it. I'm like, you know what? It's not that bad of a song.
yeah.
Pretty catchy.
Oh, something, something. Like, hey,
Alright. Yeah.
brother. You know, whatever the hell he
Dun, dun,
says.
dun, 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 dun. Yeah. It's like a
Yeah,
rock song kind of.
yeah.
It
And,
works.
and he's singing in English, and like it's like some of the words
I
don't really.
appreciate it.
Yeah, like
Dun, dun,
it's
dun, 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 dun,
yeah.
dun. It's
The
so good.
carousel goes round and round, or whatever the hell he said. Yeah, dude, my jam.
Hot fire.
Yeah,
Adding it to
exactly.
my playlist.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Um, but I mean, Hector and Rafa, like they said it all. But this episode was awesome to see just because I've said it several times on the pod how much I love my heroes villains. I'm such a big fan of the League of Villains. I love every single person. And up until this point, for what I was under the assumption that the League of Villains were working with the Meta Liberation Army, I didn't know they were two separate things. And so this episode kind of like cleared that up for me because obviously now we see that they're kind of going to like go against each other. But I don't know why I got that confused, but I just assume all the bad guys were working together. Um, but now it just seems like it's just the league with bad guys versus bad guys, which is pretty interesting. And yeah, I kind of want to find out more about the Meta Liberation Army. I know we got some. I think for the preview for next episode, we got like we were shown a few people that we haven't seen before, and I'm just curious to know what they're about and what their quirks are and stuff. Yeah, super exciting stuff. So can't wait to see the next episode.
Yeah, like the thing that I really like about it is that like there's multiple groups in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a group of bad guys and a group of good guys. Like there's multiple factions out there, pretty much. You know, it's a League of Villains. You know, the Liberation Army. Pretty sure there's somebody else out there that we
Right.
have no idea about yet. So I like that idea that not everybody's united. You know, everybody's kind of doing their own thing. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Dude, and I oh man. The most recent chapter that came out. I literally just read it today. Fire. Centers around Ochako. So that's all I'll say.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was
That's
it's
cool.
probably one of my most favorite recent chapters that came out. So yeah, very, very, very cool. Very,
Ooh.
very, very excited.
Whoa is all right.
Mhm,
Everything will be all right.
I will say I
mhm.
too have come around on the intro. I actually like it now. I was actually singing it when
Yeah.
I first heard it, and then I saw the My Villain Academia, and I was like, oh! And then I just kept singing with the
Right.
trailer or with the
My
opening.
favorite my favorite part was when it gets quiet and he goes like, "Hey, yo, brother, listen." I'm like, "Oh shit, here we go." When he starts yelling that the first time.
It's still not my favorite opening, but I like it now. I guess
No,
that's where I'm
it's
at.
just I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't say I get used to it, but like it grows on you, you know?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. But
Yeah.
it's time for our discussion on episode 20 of Tokyo Avengers, and I'm gonna hit you with a new one. Sorry to spring this one on you, but I feel like you would probably know what best happened, Renee. But would you mind giving us a recap of episode 20 of Tokyo Revengers?
Okay. I'll try my best. I'm not as great as Rafa, but I'll give it my all. So for this episode, um right now, well, from the previous episode we know that the Toman gang are going up against the Valhalla gang, and we sorry, give me a second. You put me on the spot.
Mm,
So we know that it was Mikey again going against Kazutora. They're like on the pile of cars, right? And Kazutora is like beating the heck out of Mikey like with this steel pipe, and like we questioned it last week, like why the heck is he still alive? But he's alive. And Mikey came back, like he was fine, and like he ended up like kicking Kazutora in the head, and like he was then knocked out. and I'm doing my best here because there was a lot happening. And so Mikey was fine. Well, we thought he was fine. He flipping kicked, he kicked him in the head. He Kazutora in the head. And the next thing everyone thought that like Toman at this point like won. But then they saw Mikey like fall to his knees and they noticed that he wasn't really responding. So they were like, okay, oh shoot, like what's happening? And so I think it was the Valhalla gang who then like went after Mikey. They're like, okay, this is our time to like go and like take him down on these pile of cars. And the next thing you know, we get Kizaki appears because we questioned that too. We didn't see him last episode, and he kind of steps in and kind of like, to defend Mikey. Essentially, he's like, hey, like I'm, third in command. Like we're here to protect Mikey, so like everyone like get ready or something along those lines. I hope I'm getting this right. I'm trying to remember as best as I can. And then the next thing is this when Baji comes out. I'm trying to figure out, like, I know Kazaki's there, and I think, because he's there, Baji then comes and tries to go after Kizaki. Am I getting that right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So pretty much. So Mikey falls on his knees, and then the Valhalla guys are like, "Hey, he's down. Let's go finish him off." While the Toman gang stands around staring at this shit going down. That's when Kazaki shows up. He's like, "Hey, my squad, my division's gonna defend Mikey. Don't worry about it." The rest of the Toman gang's like, "Yeah, brother, do your thing, man." Getting the
I was rooting
approval.
for Kizaki. And
Yeah,
then like Takemichi just like, yo, like why is this happening? Like he's the bad
right.
guy, like this shouldn't be happening.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
Baji, that's when
That's when
fine
Baji shows up.
fine ass Baji, sorry. He's gorgeous. He just pops up. I was so for, with his hair, his long hair blowing in the wind, with his like super awesome Valhalla jacket. Like he just looks like a badass. I effing love him. He is great. And he just came out of nowhere and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna take Kizaki down. And then that's when the other commander, I think, like the blonde hair guy who has like the eye patch, he came in to interfere and he was like, hey Baji, like I'm not gonna let you do this. Because they were friends. Like the blonde haired kid thought that like he understood Baji or whatever, but I don't know like if they were on the same page or if he was on the right page with him. But then Baji like punches him in the face. He's like, dude, he's like, I'm gonna do it whatever. Am I getting this right?
It's almost like So what
There was
happened?
so many
Yeah.
people just coming in and out. Like I was like, wait, what is happening?
Yeah, so Baji comes in, it hits what's his name in the head with the pipe or whatever, knocks him down, and then his second in command, the kid with the eye patch, comes in. He's like, "Hey, bro, like, what are you doing?" And Baji,
Right, you're
what
right.
Baji is doing pretty much right now is kind of like he's kind of like pushing him away because Baji kind of like he kind of has. It looks like Baji knows that he has a feeling of like shit's gonna go down almost. Like he doesn't want the kid to kind of like get caught up in all this.
But he is going after Kizaki, right? Like
He
the
is,
whole point
yeah,
is
he
like,
is. Hmm.
and
So
so is this when Takemichi like tries to get a hold of Baji?
yeah,
And
this
that's
where
when
Takamichi jumps in. Yeah,
Takemichi comes in to try to like, stop him from, following through with this. And then the next thing you know, Kazutora stabs Baji through the side. I'm like, wait, what? Like, what is happening? Like, where did you even
yeah,
come from? Like, you were
yeah.
just knocked out like not even 2 minutes ago. He stabs him and then starts saying like, you're my enemy now. Kazutora is just crazy.
He's a psycho. He's a
I'm
psycho.
like, I was trying to make sense of what he was. He lost me. He was just
No,
like a crazy person. I think anyone who kind of like went after him, he just saw them as his enemy, and he just like it gave him a reason to go after. Super insane though. Yeah, he stabs Baji, and Baji's just like, no, dude, I'm fine. Like, whatever. It's just a little cut, whatever. Puts his hair in a ponytail. Beautiful, man. I'm sorry, can't stress it enough. And then is that when he just like goes on to like take he actually just goes and takes down all 50 of the Toman members just to get to Kazaki at the top.
yeah,
So it's Kazaki and he has like someone with him. He's like, dude, like, you better like not mess up because like Baji's the only person who can actually like defeat me. And like literally 2 seconds after that, Baji comes up, gets rid of the guy that was next to him, and then like it's like checkmate between him and Kizaki. And so, everyone in everyone was like, oh, like this is like Baji's he's amazing. Like you can depend on him. Like he always follows through. Like he's amazing. And the next thing you know, Baji starts like coughing up like a lot of blood. And I was trying to figure out like what the heck happened, but they didn't really show what. And like the next thing you know, he's like, oh, like this is where I guess it ends here or something, and he kind of like
Yeah.
falls. But like I didn't see anyone around him, so I don't know if that was from like the cut from
It's from the
earlier.
stab. It was from the
Okay,
stab.
so it was just a matter of time. He
Yeah.
probably like overexerted himself.
Yeah, because he got stabbed pretty badly.
Yeah.
And the only reason why he didn't die where he originally got stabbed was because Takemichi pushed Kazutora away.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason why Baji didn't die at that moment when he got stabbed. But like you said, he fought like 30 guys to get up there. So he was pretty much dead.
Sir, 50? He fought.
Oh my
50?
god, whatever, 50 guys. It doesn't matter. Fought a bunch of guys.
It's
He
Baji.
fought a bunch of guys, and then got to the main guy, and he dies in front of him, or he's dying in front of him.
So here's the thing: it's like, well, first of all, Baji's that guy. Okay, he's that guy, pal. He's that guy. But
Beautiful.
I don't think he's dead or dying. I think
he's dying.
I think he's dying, but I don't think he's dead. You know how like they kind of insinuated that he's dying because he just went like his eyes went just blank and everything.
White.
Yeah. I think he just fainted because of the blood loss, and I think it's gonna be one of those things where like they have to rush him to the hospital, kind of like they did with Draken.
Yeah.
True.
So that's my guess on what that is. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh shit, it wasn't just a cut. Like he's actually bleeding out. Take him to the hospital.
No, it wasn't a cut. I mean, that's what he said to sound cool.
Yeah.
He got stabbed. He got like for real stabbed.
But it wasn't as bad as it should have been, thanks to Takemichi, which is
right.
I
exactly.
mean, he's already done wonders when it comes to like changing the past, which is dope. But
nah, bro, hold up. I have beef with Takemichi.
Go ahead, baby.
I have
Go ahead.
beef with that motherfucker because like he's out here like I have to do this and I gotta do that. All this crazy shit's going down in front of him, and he's just there sitting there just watching. Like he sat there and watched. Like he sat there and watched the episode with us. Like, bro, he didn't do shit.
He has so many inner monologues. Like, I should be doing this. No, and I'm saying that's why he's my biggest complaint of the show.
Yeah,
like I hate that he's the protagonist because he's not deserving of the title. I hate that he has such a lofty goal of becoming the leader of Toman, but he is literally an absolute dog water of a fighter. Like he is absolutely terrible. He's a crybaby. I hate that he cries all the fucking time. I hate that that he just gets his ass beat. And the little spurts and moments where he fights back, I'm like, let's go, Takemichi. He does it for like 2 punches, and he goes back to being a punk. Yeah,
he bit one person. He bit one person.
Yeah, but like Takemichi is such a terrible protagonist. He is the worst.
Like he sucks. Like I don't mind it. Like I wouldn't mind if he's crying all the time if he backs it up. Like for example, like Deku. Deku used to cry all the time in the beginning, but he was out there putting in that work, right? Takemichi doesn't do shit. He just cries and complains. He's like, well, why hasn't things changed yet? Shit hasn't changed because you haven't done shit, motherfucker. What are you expecting to happen? You're standing around doing nothing, bro. You stand around doing nothing. It's lame. It's lame.
The saddest part about it is I haven't read ahead in the manga, but I did my research because like I just hate Takemichi that much, and I put does Takemichi ever improve? Does he ever have like a moment where he just is a badass and he can he learns how to fight and shit? No, he is the exact same character through and through.
Like I'm watching the show now for everybody else. Like I don't
100%.
give a fuck about Takemichi.
I actually don't even care about the main story, which is saving the girl.
I don't give a fuck about the main girl. I don't give a fuck about Takemichi. I care about Draken and Mikey and the Toman gang.
I literally only care about the Toman gang. Like yeah. The only thing Takemichi that I care about him is if he can save his friends who also are like under the thumb of Kisaki. That's pretty much it. But like I know for the fact that since it's attached to Takemichi, like yeah, dude, he's just such a bitch.
He's useless.
And I hate this. Like I normally I'm always a big supporter of like the protagonist, but I cannot get behind anything that has to deal with Takemichi.
No, I'm done with him. I'm tired of his
Yeah.
bullshit.
I don't like him at all. He's the worst character in the entire show. He's even worse than Kisaki.
This episode for me was that straw that broke the camel's back. You know that saying with Takemichi. I was done with him. I was like, bro, you're not doing anything. Baji still got stabbed. Mikey's getting his head bashed in, and you're just sitting around doing nothing. Like
That made me mad. I'm like, okay, everyone is literally watching Mikey get hit with a pipe. Like
nobody's running. Right?
nothing.
Nobody's running up doing nothing. And like so, like while like the one thing that like, I was like, okay, my Takemichi, you're a bitch. Like that's what I thought was when Mikey's on his knees, right? Like he's kind of like passing out or whatever, and the Valhalla gang are like, oh, is he down? Oh, what's going on? You know, kind of like talking to each other or whatever. Instead of I don't know, running up there and checking on your friend, seeing what's going on, you're just standing there staying at the Valhalla guys, and until they take off running to go beat the shit out of your boss, then you decide to go in. Like, come on, brother, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I'm done with Takemichi. But Baji was badass. I like Baji, what he did.
Him.
Yeah, I just can't wait to see where this goes. It's just more craziness with the Toman gang. Like I just love how he kind of like the one thing like what Takemichi is, he's just like the avatar for us almost. Kind of like he's there so we can see what's happening almost, you know. And like which is not an excuse, he should do more.
That is a terrible comparison because Aang actually did shit in the Avatar and so did Korra. I get what you're saying.
No.
I
didn't, no. Yeah, I didn't mean Avatar as in. I didn't mean the cartoon, Hector. I mean as in an actual Avatar.
Oh,
shut the fuck, Hector.
Bro,
I
hear Avatar, and I'm like, bro,
No, I
what?
thought you were talking about the last Airbender.
No,
too. Like,
as an
like,
Avatar for us. You guys never heard
comparison.
of that saying? Like is the Avatar for the viewer? You guys never heard that saying before?
I mean, I know like you know when you like on the internet, like you have an avatar, like you upload something to be your avatar. That's it. That's all I know.
Jesus Christ. Okay. What I meant is that like he's our eyes, right? Like he's our way into the story. Jesus.
Yeah, this is an absolute fucking terrible
Yeah.
Avatar for us then. It is the worst.
It sucks. It's a piece of shit, but that's what we have. Right?
Yeah, and I don't want it. Return to sender. I don't want it.
But no, it's like what's gonna. I mean, I wonder what's gonna happen with Baji. What's gonna happen with Mikey? Like, what's his name? What's his name? The guy with the glasses.
Oh, Kisaki.
Kisaki. Like, I like how he had his planned out from the beginning. Like, okay,
yeah.
like either way, I'm coming up top. Either way, I'm winning out of this.
Yeah, he was the headless leader. You know, I'm talking about for like the headless ages or whatever. For yeah. So
and
I mean.
The one thing that like Takemichi, he's a punk and doesn't do shit, but he's very observant because he noticed that one guy with the mask from like 3 episodes from like the beginning of the show.
Yeah, but he fucking doesn't do shit though.
He doesn't do shit.
Like
but
he's like, oh man, I remember him. Like, okay, fucking go do something, please.
Right. But like I thought that was cool how they connected that back. Like oh shit. Now we know like now this is like legit confident. Like we already know that what's his name is the bad guy, right? We already know he's the one that's behind all this, but that kind of like solidifies it. Like he's definitely, there's no way, no doubt in hell, he's the one that's behind all this shit. Like that, like his friend being there confirmed it. Like being in Valhalla, like that was really cool to see. So like yeah, man, it's an awesome show. I love where it's going. You know, fuck Takemichi, but you know, let's see what I want to see what happens with the rest of the gang.
Fuck Takemichi. All my homies hate Takemichi.
Well, right. And then this episode too, like, well, for the previous episodes, like we thought that Baji was like against Toman, but I think he's just against Kisaki. Like he just wants to bring him down because when he's about to go and like fight him, he tells Takemichi like, hey, like look after Mikey for me. Like, you know, so he obviously still cares about his friendship with Mikey. He still has these friendships with the guys. I just want to know why Baji wants to go after Kisaki so bad. So like I hope they kind of, or do they touch on that already?
No. So the feeling that I get from that, they haven't flat out said it yet, but the feeling that I have from it is that like Baji I feel like Baji kind of just knows what's happening. He
Mhm.
kind of has like an insight, like, okay, there's some shenanigans going on, and I'm pretty sure Kizaki's the one behind it. Because from the beginning, he's been against Kizaki.
Right.
Remember when they were introducing him into the gang?
Yeah, he left.
Baji came in and punched him in the face, and then he's
Yeah.
like, "I'm out of here if he stays here," type of shit, right?
Yeah.
And then with this fight, he specifically went after Kizaki, and like it's almost like he knows that like him going after
He's
Kizaki is gonna like just fuck everything up for him between him and Mikey almost.
right.
Kind of saying like, hey, it's almost like he's sacrificing himself for the better cause. That's why he told Takemichi, hey, take care of Mikey, because I'm pretty sure he feels like he's not gonna after all this comes to an end, there's no way that they're gonna be friends again. Almost, I
Right.
feel like that's what he's getting. Either that or he's gonna die. You know, he's kind of like jumping into the flames voluntarily.
Yeah, I guess we just have to wait and see.
Yeah, that definitely Bashi definitely was a highlight of this episode. He was like the MVP.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was
So
awesome.
handsome. So handsome.
But I mean, I'm super excited for like what's to come. Obviously, like the next episodes. I wish, you know, obviously Takemichi would be any kind of better, but nothing on that front. But we'll see. I mean, obviously, I expect to see Baji. You know, if they actually kill him off, that'll be crazy, and that'll be something I was not expecting. But I mean, for the sake of like Takemichi becoming the leader of Toman, and you know Mikey not going down the path of becoming the new leader of Valhalla, I think he'll probably live. I fully expect a Kisaki versus Mikey fight at some point,
Mhm.
and I feel like somehow, some way, Kazutora is gonna find resolution, or he's just gonna get jailed up again. I think it's gonna be one of those two situations gonna happen for him. But I mean, hey, that's kind of just where we're at with that, right? So
Yeah.
we'll just wait and see. But
Yep.
I mean, yeah, that's. I mean, if you guys have any final comments on the show, if not, we can mosey on into the next segment.
Fuck Kazutora. That's what I said. Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, I personally am just curious to know what happens with Baji. Like, I want to know if, yeah, do they kill him in this episode, or what happens? Does Mikey like wake up? Like, does he what happens with Mikey and Baji and Kazaki? Like, I'm just curious to see what's to unfold in the next episode. So, looking forward to that.
It's gonna be a spicy one, but speaking of spice, something nice. We're gonna move into the final segment of the bad anime swap. So take it away, Rafa.
Okay. Check this out, guys. I have something special planned for
Oh
today.
shit!
Hey everybody, it's me. Welcome back to Anime Swap, the commercial where I sell anime and cut the music. I have sad news, everybody. My commercial's been canceled. No more Anime Swap. Well, I mean, the segment will still be around, but my commercial is canceled, everyone. Please enjoy all the Anime Swap without me. It's okay. I'll still be around. I'll still be around for the recommendations that Renee, Hector, and Rafa do. Enjoy it. Enjoy Death Note. Enjoy Cowboy Bebop. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Watch it. It's a good show. You know what? Even watch K-On! Why not? Just watch Anime in my memory. But anyways, come by this weekend. Well, we have a full-on liquidation sale in all anime here at Anime Swap.
Oh my god!
behind the church. Get all your anime goods here. Anime Swap by the highway. Remember, I'm gonna go drink my sadness now. Goodbye, anime swap. There you go. You're welcome, all of you.
How the hell do you go from that to just there you go? That's so stupid.
I don't know, but that is the end of the anime swap intros.
Oh my god.
That is the official ending.
We'll have
That's the epilogue.
Oh my god. We'll have a new intro coming, guys, but if you guys love the Rafa stories, leave it down in the comments below. Maybe, you never know. We might have Rafa just make a whole segment of his own story.
I got canceled, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh man.
Tell if you're laughing or crying.
Oh, yeah, that was wild. I don't know.
I was crying.
What a wild cry. But
yeah,
both myself and I believe Rafa are gonna be responding and reviewing to Renee's recommendations. And I want to start because I fuck with Samurai Champloo.
Hey.
good.
Woo.
I'm happy.
Super heavy, and there's a special reason as to why.
I was about to have beef with you if you didn't like this show.
No, I definitely liked it. I love the hip hop and like DJ aspects to it. And I did something kind of a little bit different than I normally do. I tried the dub version first.
Yes, good job.
And I wasn't a fan of it right away. I was like, hold on. I wasn't a fan of it right away. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Like I remember hearing these guys' voices before, because obviously you know they were on like I think it was like Toonami and other places where you're like, oh shit, like I've heard these guys like voice before, or like voice lines before. So I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, well, let me just check out sub and see how it's at, or like where it's at and what it's like. And man, I fuck with sub heavy. I fuck with sub so heavy. And the reason as to why I fuck with it so heavy is because the voice actor for I'm already forgetting their names. The guy with the brown hair, the hip hop wild style samurai.
I don't know their names either.
Yeah, no, I'm blanking on their names right now. But that character specifically is voiced by the voice actor who voices Zoro in One Piece.
Oh, okay.
And so that his voice instantly hit my ears, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's Zoro!" And I perked up. I was like, "Oh shit!" I intensely watched the episode, and I was like, "This is fucking dope. Love it." I genuinely loved it, especially more once I found out that was the voice actor for Zoro. So I continued on with sub, and I really like this show. I'm pretty sure I'm halfway through it. I know I was supposed to only watch 3 episodes, or well, not only, but I'm halfway through it. I really like it. I will be finishing it probably within this week, and I'm very excited. And I think there's only one season, so
yeah.
There is
if
only
I
one season.
remember you guys saying it's a pretty open-ended, good ending. So
it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
it's one season that open and shut story. One season.
Very cool. But yeah, no, I'm super excited for it. I really like it a lot. And yeah.
I wish you would give the dub a chance, because the dub is really good. Like, it's really good.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I know I said it took me a while to get used to it, but I did like it. I watched episode 1 and episode 2 in dub, and then I was like, man, I wonder what it sounds like in Japanese. In sub, and then I was like, oh fuck, dude, it's Zoro, and then instantly I was like, nah, we're watching it in sub now. But
as long as you liked it, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Also, intro song, it's a bop. That's a bop and a half.
It's one of the best intro songs ever.
100%. I just love the. I love like the rap DJ hip hop vibe.
The lo-fi,
to it. Yeah, like
hip-hop.
that's just so dope.
Yeah.
I think my only complaint is like when they do the DJ scratch and they like flip between characters. Like, well, that was specifically for episode 1, you know. But like, I was
for
like,
episode 1, yeah, that was cool too.
I thought it was cool, but I was like, they're doing it a lot, you know. I was like, let me get a little bit more of him and then switch.
I wish they had more of that throughout the season. I really like that style of like more hip hop implements into the show. Now, fun fact, guys. I don't know if you guys know what the cartoon, The Boondocks. Have you guys heard about that cartoon?
I do.
But the opening of the Boondocks are influenced by
By
Samurai Champloo opening and by Cowboy Bebop's opening.
pretty cool.
So if you go back and watch the openings for the Boondocks, you can tell, you can get hints of both shows in there. So fun
That's
fact.
actually a very cool fun fact. I like that.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So I'm assuming it's my turn now, right? You're done, Hector?
Yeah, man.
All right, cool. So Renee recommended to me to watch Serial Experiments Lian. I think I said that right. It's a 1998 anime so this is like old school anime right here. This is an anime that I've seen. I haven't seen it myself, but I've seen the name a lot. I've seen the art style a lot. I just never gave it a chance. I somehow overpassed it whenever I was really getting into anime back in the day. And I kind of wish I didn't because I really like this. This is a super unique anime. This is not your everyday anime. It deals with a lot of like. It's really hard to explain. Visually, it's so different, and like you question what you're watching almost to a certain extent. It deals with loneliness, with mental illness, with being accepted as a person. It deals with a lot of these themes that you really catch on really fast of what they're showing you, and what's you don't know what's real and what's not real while you're watching the show, because a lot of it's to the perspective of the main character Leanne, and like throughout the 3 episodes you get this feeling of like there's something mentally wrong with this kid, you know like for example some like when they're like there's two versions of what you're watching almost, right? There's like the normal everyday version where everything looks normal. It's just when she's walking to school, like kids are just talking, walking, normal shit, right? And then kind of cuts to like what she's viewing, or how like almost like her perspective of things. And like the framing of the shot, it's like tilted, and um like when you hear the electricity buzzing from like the little the electric lines or whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like the little boxes with
Yeah.
the. So it's like it has like a very like quiet hum. It's like intensified in it, so it's like like it stands out so much, and like the voices like you hear voices talking, but like you can't understand what they're saying, and then it's like distorted, and like it's far enough where you can hear it but you cannot tell what they're saying, but there's distortion, so it kind of sounds almost alien like when it goes
Ooh.
into Lean's perspective, you feel uneasy, you feel out of place, like what's happening, where am I, you feel almost if you're in danger almost, like they really portray this really weird sense of like what's happening around you, right? And it deals with so that's just kind of like how visually and how like the audio itself kind of is portrayed in the show itself. But for more like specifically for with the story, there's this thing called the Wired in the show, where it's like the internet, like virtual reality internet, which they have in the show. So you need like a really good computer to be able to run it or whatever. And so it's like a fancy version of VR chat, I guess I could put it, right? Um, so like the dad, he's like super obsessed with the computers, like he's all into it or whatever. And like her mom's kind of like she's kind of like an asshole. She's like very distant. She doesn't really pay attention to Leon like that, right? So like her and Leanne herself, she's like super quiet, she's introverted, she doesn't really like talk to people. She's like kind of like in her own bubble, right? Um and one day these like some of these other girls in her class are kind of like making fun of her, but then they kind of like warm up to her, and they're like, hey, you know, there's this new club that opened up in the Wired, meant for like us youngins. You should come through or whatever. And she's like, no, like I don't want to. And then the next day they're like, hey, I saw that you came through the club or whatever. Like, and then Leon's saying like, no, I never went out. I never went to the club. I never signed into my computer or whatever. I never jumped into the virtual reality. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And the other three girls are arguing with each other, saying like, no, I did see you. You're wearing this earring and this and that. So like, Leon's saying that she wasn't there, but these other girls are saying that she was there. So that kind of feeds in line of like this that for me specifically, like, 'cause I'm only 2 episodes in, but I'm pretty fucking sure that Leon has some type of mental illness where it's in
Mhm.
line with like schizophrenia or multiple personality disorder. Because when there's certain times where she's walking like down the street and she sees figures following her around, or like guys in suits following her around. This one time she saw a car that was following her around. uh like she feels like watching her at all times, but it's not really there. It's not really clear if it's true or not, you know. And which that's like one of the main signs of like of that type of illness, where like you think you're being followed if you see people there when they're not there. Someone pointed it out to her in one of the conversations they're having, like, oh, are you talking to your imaginary friend again, or something like that, like there's hints here and there of like there's something wrong with Leon at the end of the day, you know. And you're just watching her kind of go through this journey of her, just her life and everyday life, and like what's happening with these events. And one of her friends, at the opening scene of one of the show, one of her friends committed suicide. And apparently some girls in the class are got an email from the said friend saying like, oh, goodbye or whatever, and Leon didn't get one. And every day she checks her email to see if she got like anything or whatever. So it's like the show does this thing where it really, it doesn't tell you what's real and what's not, because a lot of the stuff that you watch, a lot of stuff that you take in visually, you're taking it through the eyes of Leon, so you don't know what's real, what's not real. You don't know what's virtual when she's in the virtual reality version of the world, or when she's in real life. You don't know if the people that she's talking to are real or not. You don't know if she's hallucinating. And like, it's it is I only saw 3 episodes of this, and I'm for sure gonna finish this. This is one of the most unique animes I've ever seen. I'm only 3 episodes in, but like it just catches your interest. It makes you feel uneasy. You just feel like you feel out of place in a weird way, because just the way that things the visuals, the
Mhm.
audio that's being played. Like, for example, sometimes when she's walking down the street, the shadows that form from the sun have splotches of paint all over, like red and blue paint. It just looks weird. Like, why is it like that? Like the visuals are just, they stand out like crazy. Like, I'm like all about this. You don't get animes like this. For every 1,000 harem, or for every 1,000 like isekai, or like, no offense, like Naruto style anime, we get something like this. Whereas it's super unique. It's tackling ideas and stories and topics that you normally don't see. And I'm all about this show. I'm like really into this show. I'm definitely gonna end up finishing watching this. I don't know. I don't know where it's gonna go. I don't know where I'm pretty sure it's gonna somehow connect back to the girl who killed herself at the beginning of the first episode. But I don't know. It's just there's so much happening with Leon, and I'm all about it. This is a very, like, I can tell why this is considered one of the best animes out there.
Mhm.
It is legit a. I can already tell this is going to be like I don't see a masterpiece, but I can tell like this is going to be like one of those animes that I'm never ever going to forget.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
No, it's great. I'm happy you liked it. Like, yeah. I
I
think I Go
watch
ahead.
it, Renee. Watch it.
Yeah, like, well, based off of this conversation, I am. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but like, yeah, last episode, last pod, I said I just did a research of like top 30 anime of like all time, and this one was definitely on the list. I forgot where on the list, but it was ranked pretty high. It sounds really weird, but like very interesting. Like, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
It's super weird, but like it's so good. Like, I'm telling you, like, I don't want to just start recapping myself again, but like everything that I said, it's
Mhm.
just like, damn, it just hits you. It hits you hard, and you just again, like you question everything you see. You don't know what's real in this show, and I love it. I just love what the storytelling this show is doing.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we could say you knocked it out of the park with these recommendations, Renee. 100%, 1,000%.
For sure.
So I aim to absolutely do the same with my recommendations this week. I do believe it's my turn, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
is.
cool. So for Renee, I'm gonna let Rafa aid me with some input because I'm torn between two. I'm torn between Noragami and Vinland Saga, which I'm kind of leaning more towards Vinland Saga.
Yeah, I would say Vinland Saga.
Yeah. So I will be giving you Vinland Saga, which is a Amazon Prime exclusive.
Okay, I have Prime.
Yeah. So Vinland Saga is a Viking anime. It is a very action-packed, very, very good first season. There is only one season on Amazon Prime.
It is scheduled for season 2, though.
Yes.
So.
Okay, this seems interesting. I'm not a big fan of like Vikings, but you said it's action packed, so
trust me.
I'm excited.
I can kind of tell that you really like it when there's like a lot of action in it, and there's a fuck ton of action in this one.
Okay,
like this
is
was
there a lot of
literally
blood?
more. Yes, there's
that's fine.
dismemberments and everything like this.
It's
very
TVMA. It's TVMA.
Very TVMA.
Yay! I'm excited.
For Rafa, I have something brand new that I recently watched that I'm kind of on the fence on, and I would love to hear your opinions on as well. It is a brand new anime that is a, if I remember correctly, I believe this is a Cartoon Network / Toonami. No, maybe it's an Adult Swim and Crunchyroll exclusive. It's called Fena the Pirate Princess.
I saw this. I have not checked it out yet.
Yeah,
I saw that. I saw it advertised.
It's an Adult Swim X Crunchyroll collaboration / Toonami collaboration. No, it's Adult Swim. Yeah. So it's an Adult Swim collaboration that they're making with Crunchyroll, and it's a Crunchyroll exclusive, also airing on Adult Swim. It is Fena the Pirate Princess. I watched episode 1, and I mean, obviously I'm going to continue to the episode 3. There are 3 episodes out. It actually just came out today, the 3rd episode, so you have the 3 episodes to watch for the 3 episode rule, and to see if you actually enjoy it or not, to keep up with it, if you care for it. But like I said, I'm on the fence about it. I'm waiting to watch episode 2, probably right after this, and
I like the character design. She, the main girl's cute.
Yeah, and the cool part about it is they are pirates on a ship, obviously, in a war-torn time, I believe, and they are kind of like a samurai pirates is, I think, the way I'll explain it.
There's a dog there too. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely different. So I can't wait to hear what you think about it, and of course, Renee, definitely can't wait to hear what you think about Vinland Saga, the bloody shonen action-packed show that is. But yeah, that'll be it for this week's episode of the Bento Boxcast, episode 19. And with that, we will give you guys our final shout-outs that we must give every episode. And then we'll see you on the next one. So, Renee, Rafa, do you guys have anything to plug and or shout out?
I guess I'll just quickly plug what we do here on GigJar 3000. We have 3 other podcasts if you guys want to check them out. We have the Playing Pod Gamecast, whatever. What do we land on? I don't know. Newscast, whatever. It's a video game podcast where we talk about all video game news. That comes out tomorrow, it's Wednesdays. Mondays we have the Panel Pals where we talk about everything comic book TV shows, movies, all that stuff. Right now the main thing that we're talking about is the What If series. So if you're interested to hear our opinions on that, go check that out. And then on Thursdays, we have the Derailed Podcast where we just kind of talk about anything and everything. And if you're wondering the things that I was talking about earlier today, hint, I'm pretty much referencing the Derailed Podcast, but the whole ghosts and all that stuff. So if you're interested, go check that out. We have a lot of fun with all these 3 podcasts, a lot of shenanigans going on. John gets mad in most of them because of Hector. This time around, not me. It was Hector this time around, not me. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Check it out.
Okay, I get that's me.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Artists and Gamer Shop. It's an Etsy shop that Alex and I started back in the beginning of the year. We create art and gaming inspired mugs and decor. Recently we just added candles to the shop. So definitely excited about that. And yeah, Artist and Gamer.
I can't wait to spend half my check at Artist and Gamer, but I definitely am very, very much so looking forward to that Piranha Plant mug. I want that a lot. And yeah, so then, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. The final shout that I will give is definitely check both myself and Rafa and our friend John on Twitch, and I will be going in the order of Rafa at RafaBot Gaming, John at MuffinBoy23 with 2 Fs, and myself, Hector, Ultra_VMan. Check us out on twitch.tv, and we will see you when we see you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll definitely be waiting for you on the next episode. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.